Thank you for the hearts. Good morning. Somebody showing me love this morning. Good morning, Blueberry. It's been a minute. How you doing? Glad to see you in my chat this morning. Hope all is well on your end. I almost didn't go live this morning. Uh, yeah, everybody a minute. Everybody a chance to get in. How you been doing? Hey, Miss Love. Good morning, J Love. Good morning. How everybody's doing? Thank y'all for showing me some love this morning. Appreciate it. Good to see y'all in here this morning. How was y'all weekend? Mine was like, it was good, but I had a little altercation. It didn't get physical, but it was damn near there. It ain't been a minute, but I'll be there in every you me and you got on the same color. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I know sometimes everyone probably be at work and just be in the backdrop and drinking some Dunkin' Donut coffee and honey, which is my okay. Oh, okay. I got to get the coffee. I got to have my coffee in the morning. If I don't have nothing else, I don't care. I need my coffee. I feel like my day don't go right if I don't have my coffee. I have to have that. Girl going through it with that 17-year-old of mine and trying to learn how to live around it. Honey, look, listen. These young kids here, baby, you can't tell them nothing. They think they know everything, baby. They think they know everything. You can't tell them nothing. But from one mother to another mother, don't been there, done that. I'm raising grandkids and all. Continue to keep praying for them. Don't let up on them. Don't let up on your kid. Do not let up. I know it get hard. It get frustrating and it get tiresome. It definitely will wear you out. But keep God in the center of it and pray and ask God to give you clarity. But don't let up. Just let a little rope go, but don't let up. Stay on them. Stay on them. Cause that's what the enemy want us to do. They don't be on our kids. But let them know who the boss is though. Let them know who the boss is. Cause these children think they can run over you. They want somebody to be scared on and all that right there. But you let them know you want to be grown. I love you, but if you want to be grown, nobody can't tell you nothing. But that world out there can teach them something. Do not let up. You continue to be the great mother that you are. They smelling themselves. So I don't know if you have a son or a daughter. I don't know what you put in here. You just say 17-year-old. Whether if it's a girl or you have a son or a daughter that's 17-year-old. What it is, 9 out of 10, they smelling themselves. They feel like they want to. They the peer pressure with them. They see their friends doing everything. They want to do everything that they see everybody else do. But at the end of the day, your rules are your rules. And don't you bend and don't you break. You stick to your rules. And one thing about it, when I was coming up, and if you think you grown, you go right on. Because these kids, they'll take over your household and everything else. Y'all make sure y'all tap this screen. Y'all know we got the Gargamels and the Gargamels and the Beetlejuices in here this morning, but don't even pay them no attention. That's what they for. They help push you in the algorithm. So let them be, long as they ain't saying nothing crazy out their ear. So not their mouth, but out their ear. So we know they special. We got some special characters that come inside the chat. But like I say, I don't have a problem with them, with the trolls, the Gargamels, and the Beetlejuices. I don't have a problem with them. Literally, I like them. I'm really liking them. Let them stay in there. They holler about what they ain't trying to hear, but yet they come over here. Yo, chat, I'm following her right now. Should I tap? Yep, follow. Follow positivity. Stubborn. Yeah, these kids, they stubborn. Okay, let me get into it. I have 30. Oh, it's a boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all know we got these Beetlejuices. I call them Beetlejuices and Gargamels. So we got them in the chat, but we ain't worrying about them. If you would like to support my live, you can do it by super stickers, super chats, and who would be my first. But like I said, just make sure you hit that like button. But let's get into it. My title was, and I'm only doing this because of something that I had a situation. I intervened in a situation. But my question to you all, how do you feel? Do you not? Let me see how I'm gonna say this. Whether if it's your child or anybody's child. In my case, it wasn't my child, but it was somebody else's child. But I intervened. It was a situation that happened in my neighborhood where I live at. But this one particular child, I knew the child, but another adult that lived it out there where we all lived it at, wanted to question the child. And I intervened and I stepped in and I told this person that you're not going to question this child because the parent is not here. And if you want to question the child, you make sure make sure the parent is present because of the situation that was going on. So that's why I was like, sometimes we ask the kids questions, but in this case, I was like, no, question the child in front of the parent. Let the, whatever. So do you think that a child should be questioned by another adult if the parent isn't present? Do you agree with it? Do you agree with somebody's questioning your child if you're not there and without your presence? Gargamel like the villain from the Smurfs. Yeah, I'm still. Wait, Tinks, you can have it, girl. That's what I do, girl. I call them Gargamels and Beetlejuices, and I don't call them trolls. I call them Gargamel. Gargamel always with the junk. That's what they do. They come in here acting like Gargamels, old bitter Gargamels and bitter old Beetlejuices. You know how Beetlejuice, he got his head shrunk. Always in somebody's business. Always in somebody's business. All the time. No. So this is the situation that happened. A bicycle, it was a neighbor that we lived it by. A bicycle came up missing. I knew, but this particular child that this adult was trying to question this child had no involvement. This child was really trying to help find the bicycle. But the way the situation happened, you would think that the child had something to do with the bicycle, but that's not the thing. So when the neighbor came out and he was like, did anybody see my bike? Which the bike always on the porch, which nobody should be walking up on anybody's porch taking nothing. I had a similar situation like that where somebody took a bike off my porch. So the little boy ran across. I'm just giving y'all like a little, thank you. I'm giving y'all like a little backdrop, like a little story time. So this our hot topic. This is nothing. This real life us today. So the little boy dashed away from everyone and he ran across the parking lot towards where he lived at. But the little boy did say who he thought had the bike. So when the little boy ran within like crossed the road after he said who had the bike, the little boy ended up coming back within a few minutes. Within about 5 minutes, the little boy come running back over here where everybody was. So by this time, I'm telling my grandkids, my grandson and my nephew, I'm like, look, it's too much going on. Get in the house until we figure this out. Get in the house because I don't know what's going on right now. It's too much going on. There was a lot of kids outside and it was just too much. So the little boy, as he was coming back, because I know him, I'm just calling him the little boy. I do know him. I'm not gonna mention names or anything right now. But the little boy that came back, I know him. He's like family. You know how? But basically, my grandson and my nephew are related to the little boy. So when he after I put them made them go in the house, I told him, I said, no, you're going home. Come on, because I really don't know what's going on. So I said, well, who did you say had a bicycle? So he kept saying who had the bicycle. I'm like, well, I don't know who the kid is. I never heard of the name in the neighborhood, but evidently he knew who the person was. So by this time, the other neighbor who has nothing to do with it, and you would have thought that the person that's trying to question the child, that it was their property that they was questioning. So I intervened and I stepped in. I say, no, you're not going to question the kid. I'm going to take him home to his mom, and then if you want to ask him any questions, you could question him in the presence of his mom. So she was like, well, you asked him, well, he said who it was. Well, how we know? So basically, after the little boy said who he thought the person was, she was like, well, when we said who took the bike, it's funny that he dashed and he ran off. So how do we even know that the RJ individual? So basically, she's saying the name that the little boy said, how do we know that it's a real person? I said, well, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. I don't care if it's RJ, AJ, whoever J. At the end of the day, you're not going to question this child without, his mother being present at this particular time. I said, well, I'm going to take the little kid home. So next thing I know, she go to flinging her arm. What's your problem? What's your problem, Gigi? You always can't nobody tell you nothing. And she went to flinging her arm, and she was like, because I can say whatever I want to say. So by this time, y'all already know, this is where we going at. So baby, I went from 0 to 10 and let her know I don't give a. So by this time, I snapped, because at the end of the day, now you're doing too much. For number one, you're doing too much by a bicycle that don't even belong to you. So by this time, she flinging her arms and she yelling and screaming, and she act like she's mad. The energy that she's giving me, as if she's mad because I won't allow her to question the child. But I felt like the flinging of the arms and the energy that she was giving me, she was coming from another place. But that's another story right there. So she proceeded to follow me to the little boy's house. Well, I'ma come and I'ma this. So I know who the mom is. Well, baby, if you want to come on. Come right on. So me and this individual got into a big old argument till it led up to name calling, cussing. We was cursing each other out. We was going back and forth. I was calling her P. This how bad it got, y'all. I was calling her PH. Y'all know what that mean. And by that time, she was like, oh, you're miserable. You're miserable. I'm like, so we went to name calling. So by this time, I'm like, enough all this. I don't even got time for it. And I don't give a F about none of it. So by this time, like, okay, because you acting like you want to run one with me off the strength of something. So I'm like, all this to say, this person got mad because I wouldn't allow her to say nothing to somebody's child. But I feel like when the things that she was saying and the heated argument that her and I got into it, I think it was beyond me telling her that she couldn't question the child. I think she was kind of jealous or something like that, because me and her had never had words. I never had words with this neighbor. I don't live by this person for a while, and out of the blue, she just went to flinging and saying all type of things. So by this time, I went back to the neighbor that the bike was taken from, and I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I was just walking up, and it was a situation that happened. I said, but I do know the child. I say, and then by this time, she was like, oh, you just trying to take up for me. You act like da-da-da-da. She was going on and on. Okay, then again, I'm not talking to you. I'm still talking to the neighbor that the bike. I say, I don't know the situation, don't know what happened, but I promise you, the mom is at work, but soon as his mom get home, I will figure this out for you, and I will try my best to help you get your bicycle back. So to make a long story short to everybody, I did get the bicycle back. I did get his bike back. And like I told her, you assuming and you try to assume or accuse this child of taking something that he didn't take. And the only reason why I don't agree with another adult questioning somebody's child in certain situations, because I feel like an adult step into a child, that's intimidating a child, and out of fear of the adult. The kid may say the wrong thing or say something, or the kid may put him or herself in a situation by saying something, out of being afraid. But I feel like if an adult is there or the parent is there, the parent can better handle the situation and get, in most cases, you get what I'm saying, that a parent that can have common sense will have a listening ear to try to resolve a situation and get to the bottom of it better than somebody else questioning the child. So now, saying all this, here it is, a neighbor that I lived it by for almost 3 years. So now me and her not even speaking. So I got the bicycle back, and now she don't say all these things. So now at the end of the day, all I was telling her, just chill. I'm just telling her, like, just take a chill pill. It ain't even that serious. Allow me to talk to the parent, because that's all I was trying to. You think you know everything. It wasn't that I thought I knew everything. It's just the fact that I knew the parent. You didn't know the parent, but you on some other type of time. But do you all think, based on what I'm telling y'all, and don't agree with me, whether you know me, you don't personally know me, but just by knowing me or whatever, from being here, doing lives, interacting, I've talked with some of you, but just about the situation, do you all think that I was wrong for intervening on the child's behalf? I would do it again. If I had to do it all over again, I would do it for anybody's child. But let me put the icing on the cake to this. The same parent that told me that I was miserable. So check this out. The same parent that said I was miserable, nobody can't tell me something, and I'm a troublemaker, and I'm always want to fight everybody. This the same one that her little bitty baby got out the house. She was at home. Her 2-year-old got this. Her little boy, I think he's like 3, I think maybe 2 or 3. Her baby got out the house, standing at the front of the road with a stranger, because he was crying dirty soil, looking for his mommy. And when I was leaving home, I seen the child. And being who I am, I stopped, turned around, got the child, and took the child. She was in the house in the shower. Didn't even know that her child had got out the house. She was in the house locked up, thinking that her baby was in the house asleep. But this the same woman that I did a good act for her, but yet in return, she forgot what I did for her. But the same thing I did for her, different scenario. I intervened, stepped in, because I knew who the child was. I took the child and brought her child to her. The same thing I did for this other child. I knew the parent and I intervened. But she forgot about that. She forgot about I'm the same person that she called miserable. She the same person that was calling me and her going back and forth. She calling me all out my name. But I'm the same person that intervened and got her child from a stranger and brought her child home. You was doing what an adult's supposed to do. So she a pot caught in a kettle black. Exactly. But she don't forgot about I'm the same miserable, the same bitch, the same whoever, everything that she was saying about me. I'm that same person that got her child from a stranger and took her baby to her. And she didn't even know that the baby wasn't in the house. She thought the child was in the house asleep. She had the door locked and everything. How you don't know your 2-year-old not in the house? How you go get in the shower not knowing that your child is in the house? I'm reading y'all comments. Yeah, the adult could trick them into being guilty type situation. Exactly. Thanks everyone that's in the comments said loud. I'm black and I'm proud. She bought out the deuce tray. Listen, When I tell y'all I was pissed, when I tell y'all she pissed me off, like, and then she had the nerve to talk about, oh, then one of the ladies said, she was like, oh, what you want to do? You acting, oh, you want a FIGHT? I'm looking at her like, man, like, I'm like, you think I'm finna lose everything I got? I'm miserable, right? So you already know. Anytime a person call you miserable, that's how they is. Like, bitch, how I'm miserable? How am I miserable? I go to work every day. I got a husband. How am I miserable? I got a house full of children. That ain't mine. Do I look like I'm miserable? But I say, no, that's just, she probably dealing with something and going through something. I wish I would lose everything that I got behind her. Girl, because you acting like you ain't got nothing to lose, baby girl. Misery loves company. Exactly. Hey, Nina. Hey, Matthew. Good morning, everyone. Petra Man. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, family. It takes a village to raise a child. You did what we're doing in the old days. Yes, because that's me. Because that's just me. If I see something, you ever knew when we were growing up, and we always had that one neighbor but we thought the neighbors was nosy. And like when I was growing up, my mama used to say, I don't know about you all's mom, but maybe some of y'all can attest this. But my mama be like, I got eyes in the back of my head. When my mama used to leave us home, and I didn't realize, it took me a long time. I learned a long time. I didn't know the eyes in the back of her head was the neighbors. I really thought my mama had eyes in the eyes in the back of her head. So when my friends be like, come on, Gigi, let's go. I remember we stayed in this apartment building, and on the other end, it was some brothers and cousins. That was the hangout where everybody hung out at. So me and my friend girls, they be like, come on, Gigi, let's go down there. Let's go. I said, girl, I'm not going down there. Girl, my mama got eyes in the back of her head. They be like, girl, your mama ain't got no eyes. I say, girl, I don't know about your mama, but girl, my mama got some eyes. Because, baby, Gigi wasn't finna do, because, baby, my mama didn't play with me, honey. My mama did not play. My mama would rip the runway with my behind. My mama put the fear of God in me. You hear me? My mama did not have that. You weren't finna bring no babies or nothing there, sister girl. Because when my mama say something, she didn't play. She was a loving mama. She was a caring mama. But my mama, she was kind of strict too, you know. And I understand her being strict because she was a single mother. But she did a dang good job. But at the end of the day, that's how it should be. And I'm that one that I look out. So let me give y'all the rest of the teas. So the next day, my nephew comes over for the weekend, and I let them go. So the same neighbor, it's a couple of neighbors that I don't have run-ins with, because, you know, some people, they don't like to hear about their kids. People don't like you telling them nothing about their kids. So it's a couple of families that I don't deal with them at all when it comes to their kids. I don't give a what they got going on out there, because the kids are disrespectful. They curse you out. They do all type of things. So it's like certain parents, I got their phone number. They be like, and I know our kids, they play together, and they was like, well, Miss Gigi, if you see my kids doing something, run them back home, because I'm looking out for the well-being of the parent, because we got to have somewhere to live. And we all know when your kids out there in the neighborhood, when they doing things that they shouldn't be, and especially our kids, when you got a mixture of a colorful neighborhood, as y'all just think about it. I said our neighborhood is diverse, it's colorful, but when it comes to our kids, they get blamed for everything. So when I see stuff going on, I listen, I hear, my ears be open, I see a lot of things and I hear a lot of things, and a lot of times I don't say things. So me, when it comes to our children, I always go to the parents, and I be like, hey, I'm just coming to you, and I'm like, hey, it's this, you know. And that's just me. But it's a certain group of kids, just him and I, some kids that don't look like us. I don't say a god doggone thing, because they turn very disrespectful, and their parents don't think their kids do nothing. So the same mama that had so much to say about the little brown little boy and would want to accuse him, so the next day, how about her son and a bunch of other little kids that don't look like us, a pool full of little boys, because I let my grandkids, I let them go get in the pool. So when I go let them get in the pool, they at the pool pulling their clothes down, flashing and showing their backside. These are pool full of boys. So the same one that I normally would conversate with and tell her something, guess what? I ain't give a dang how much behind he was showing. But you want to go break your neck and follow me across the parking lot to confront somebody's child, but you got your child here at your son at the swimming pool with other boys pulling his clothes down, showing his backside, and they showing their backside. But guess what I did? Got my grandkids, get up out this pool and let's go. And y'all ain't coming to this pool till I bring y'all. You thought I said something to her? I didn't care. And I got videos of them pulling their clothes down and everything. But I'm waiting on sister girl because I got time today. Yup, some disrespect for children that parents don't care what they do or say. Yeah. Them, yeah, Blueberry. She don't believe nothing. She don't believe nothing. Her little boy, he was all in front of my window playing and picking with my grandkids inside the house, but I ain't say nothing. I did not say nothing. So they don't know that my nephew came over. He said, Auntie, I recorded them, Auntie. So my nephew, he did a recording of them, and I screen record the recording. So when she come with that junk hollering about what her child don't do, I got something for her. Cause baby, I don't think she want to deal with me after that little blow up me in her head. Cause baby, I went from 0 to 10. Whenever there was a time that someone came and told me something about something my child did, I never saw it with my child. I listened to both sides of the story. Exactly. And know what? And I'm glad you said that you seen it from both sides, because you have some adults, you have some adults that really lie on kids. And I never forget, we had this lady that stayed in our building, and I never forget, me and my brother, it was just me and my brother, but me and my brother, we was outside playing. But she was a mom that she punished her daughter for everything. Her daughter, every time we go walking by that door, she always beat, like abusing her daughter. Like she beat her daughter. If her daughter got a stain on her shirt, she was the type of mama that beat and scold her child for everything. And this when we was growing up. So y'all know, growing up back then, people didn't really, DCF wasn't like how it is. CPS didn't want like how it is now. But every little thing her daughter did, she got punished for it. And so this particular day, she called my mom and was like, oh, Gigi and Harvey down here fighting. Me and my brother went fight. We were just playing with each other because we were siblings. So we all, if we didn't play with nobody else, we played together, because that's how we were like, I was the oldest, but he was younger, but he was my brother. But she called my mama and told my mama. So my mama called us in the house, but my mama asked us, like how you said, you listen to both sides. So me and my brother told my mom we wasn't fighting, we were just playing, horse playing with each other. But like to say, like, you listen to your kids, and that's what I do. I listen. And that's all I was trying to get this parent to understand. Just wait till the parent to question the child. And at the end of the day, the little boy, when he ran home, the mama was at work, so he called the mama on the phone, because they knew who the boy was. So the mama made a phone call to tell that little boy to bring that bicycle back. But I'm just saying this, a lot of times people can jump to conclusions, or especially if you have a trustworthy neighbor and you know you have good faith with that person, and you know that person not just gonna come tell you anything, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And all I did, y'all, was intervene between the adult and the child, and this female blew up and went from 0 to 10, and I went from 10 to 100. When someone makes aware of behavior, don't accept or deny it right away. Use your eyes and see it for yourself. Discernment. Exactly. What would you rate yourself on a scale from? I'm a 10 all day long. I'm a rate me high. Somebody else may not see me as a 10, but I see me as a 10. Whenever there was, oh, okay, I read that one. Yep, some disrespect for children. I read that. My grandma and mama could just give us the eyes, and we knew what that meant. For real, give you them eyes. The real hardworking parents, the real hardworking families. Yup, neighbors, community, friends, and everybody. Yup, you're on point. Good morning, family. It takes a village to raise a child. You did what you were doing. Okay, I read that. You was doing. DC Kool-Aid said you was doing what an adult supposed to do. You was right. Yeah, the adult could trick them. I read that. Good morning. Good morning. She brought the deuce. I read that. Oh Lord, not she trying to hype you up. Oh goodness. Let's go skate in love. Yes, parents to parent, adult to adult. I feel like the adult should go to the parent instead of a child, point blank. That was set anybody off. Yeah, Blueberry, it set me off. I wasn't even a parent, but it set me off. A child shouldn't be questioned by an adult without a parent. You're right. Where are you going, love? I think I read them already. But yeah, that was my whole thing. And like, this is my thing. Like, now it's like I got the bicycle back. And the thing about it, I went over and beyond. And when I got the bicycle back, it kind of find out, y'all, this how the bike. And I'm finna wrap this up. I got 5 minutes. So the little boy that had the bicycle, 2 of his friends, where we live at, it's some schools, high schools close. Hear me? Okay, yeah. Um, so the little boy, so kind of find out, I got the bicycle back because I had to go somewhere, but when I got home, it was about 10 something. So I seen the uncle of the little boy. So what happened is some high schools, it was a high school football game. So 2 of the friends, love you. I will catch the replay. Have a great day. Okay, thank you. I'm finna wrap it up anyways. But come to find out, it was 2 other little boys had a bike. They went to a game, but this little boy seen the bicycle on the porch and he took the bike and he rode the bike to the football game. But like I told the little boy, you don't go to nobody on nobody's porch, touching their things. You don't do that. He was like, I'm sorry, I apologize. I said, yeah, but it was like 10 something at night. So he wanted to take the bicycle, but I said, no, I don't want you to take the bike. I will take the bike. So I ended up taking the bicycle back to my neighbors, but they wasn't home. So I sat outside for about a whole hour to like about 11 or 12 till they came home to make sure they got the bicycle. But to make a long story short, the little boy, he felt bad after what he done. It just in the neighborhood, kids being kids. And he seen his friends going to the football game. He didn't have a way to get there. They was on bikes or whatever the case may be. But that still don't excuse, him touching somebody's property. And I did make sure I let him know you don't do things like that. You don't touch things that don't belong to you, because in that case you could get hurt, walking on somebody's porch and touching their property. So make this be something that you learn from, because you could get hurt going on somebody's porch or taking their property, because it can put you in a bad situation. Or you know what I'm saying, you getting this person being accused of something that you done. So just don't do it no more. And I just had a little talk with the little kid because his uncle was present when we got the bicycle back. So, and I was like, don't put yourself in those situations. We don't care about you on the toilet. I appreciate everybody coming in and putting your input in. I appreciate you all taking out your morning, because I know y'all could be doing anything. I appreciate it. Thank you for your input. Just thank you for just being here, liking and sharing in the live this morning. So that was my little hot topic this morning, because that sister had me hot. Homegirl had me hot, y'all. I if it was back in the days, y'all, I think I would have mollywopped her. I think I would have hit her with a 2-piece. If she would have caught me in my younger days, that AZZ would have been across that asphalt. I'm telling you now, because the way she was talking, like she had some undercover beef or pressure with me. I didn't know what was going on, because I told him, baby, what, baby. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Kendra. But I want to continue to be. I was like, Lord, my neighbors, some of my neighbors went to coming out like, oh my God, I never seen you like that. Y'all, when I tell you she had done pissed me off to the highest festivity, woo, baby, she had me hot. I was hot by that, honey. But I think I was, hey, Auntie Monica. I think I was more mad because she was talking so rough and tough and then trying to call me out to a wrestling match. Girl, this is not the wrestling match that you want. Because, baby, we going to wrestle. We going to tussle. So it ain't going to be all that what you think it's going to be. Definitely not. So I don't know what she was thinking. I'm looking at her like, baby, you sure you want a wrestling match? Because we definitely going to wrestle. We going to tussle. You better know that. It ain't gonna be none of that folding shit like we folded clothes around here, because it definitely gonna be a tussling match. But I know I got to sit my little old tail down because I'm too old to be doing all that tussling and wrestling and all that. I know I look young, baby. In my mind, I'm young and I feel young. But baby, I ain't got time. I can't be, baby, I can't be doing all that. Shoot, the last tussle I had, baby, I was so for days, honey. You are not old. I'm just saying. Shoot, the last tussle I had when last year was with my daughter, baby, I was so for about 2 weeks. Y'all know we got them bones and that ain't been active in a long time, child. I got muscles and things that ain't been active in a while, baby. I can't be out there doing all that. But if I got to take you through there, take you through there. Take me through there, take me through there. Wham in a circle. Baby, we been whamming in a circle. Take me through there, take me through there. Baby, I was gonna wham that ass in a circle. She would have came over here playing. All right, y'all. I enjoy everybody. Let me get my butt in this building. All right, y'all have an amazing day. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I might be on Facebook tomorrow, y'all, because I want to start doing lives on Facebook, going live on Facebook, because I'm trying to get my channel, get my lives back, doing my videos over there. So if y'all don't see me tomorrow, if y'all don't follow me on Facebook, that's where I'll be tomorrow. I'm going live on Facebook tomorrow, and I will be back here Thursday and Friday. So Wednesdays, I'm gonna go live on Wednesdays on Facebook, but Thursday and Friday I definitely will be back over here. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a good one.